It's Ehizoje, everyone's favorite Nigerian.
This that real life shit, nigga.
I'm gonna wear sunglasses.
What about you, James? You got a topic for us?
Did you want to talk about the Drake shit? You didn't even hear the song.
Oh, we
though.
can.
You didn't even hear the song though.
My opinions about Drake aren't limited to his music. I can talk about Drake.
Well, I thought you want to talk about the song.
I can talk about the song. I heard some of it.
What did I miss? You heard? I know you heard the song, EJ.
I heard like a minute of it.
I heard the. You know, what's surprising. I heard the whole song at least 4 times.
You love Drake.
So you want my opinion?
No, because I listened to him I listened to it back to back because it wasn't terrible. Like it was an average Drake song.
Yeah.
But I was kind of like the reason why I kept replaying it back is like I just can't like it's just, probably the controversy and the drama that surrounds the song. Just like the whole like my friends turned their back on me and he was at to pop out and I'm trying to figure out who people say it's LeBron.
It is LeBron.
I'm trying to but there is so many people at the pop out.
But he said you were dick riding since headline. It's LeBron. Like LeBron literally had the documentary come out and Forever was like the theme song.
What wasn't that documentary before Headlines?
It was, but Headlines was the first album.
It might have been before it got to us. But you got to remember these niggas also have relationships outside of us.
I think it's like he's been. First of all, let me sonically. The song is okay. It's not bad. I'm not.
Cool.
It's Drake.
I'm not about to shit. I'm not to say this is a terrible sounding song.
Oh, it's Drake.
It's literally an average song. With all Drake hate, I'm a big Drake hater. Objectively, I'm trying to really.
I would say it's an average Drake song because if somebody else put it out, I think it would.
I think it was fire.
It would get more fanfare, but we expect more from Drake at this point.
I think we do as like, I don't think you're a Drake hater, but I don't think you're a Drake stan either. I feel like we look at Drake music and we're expecting, or not expecting, but we're judging him based on like, from what I've heard of your music taste and from what I've heard of your music taste, Drake, in my opinion, makes music and is comfortable with the side of the line that y'all, like people like y'all and myself included, fall on. I don't think Drake is making music at this stage in his career to convert fans. I think he makes it and goes, I'm going to get pub from niggas like EJ and James and Michael because they're going to say they don't like it or they're going to have, whatever opinion. And then my fans are going to agree with it because I feel like the premise of Drake's music is I'm a victim. I'm always getting the short end of the stick. My life is so hard, but I'm also richer than you.
I don't think that's his.
I really think that's his. If you listen to all his songs, like, oh, I'm so sad. This girl doesn't fuck with me and my friends aren't real friends and I'm lonely.
But then you could say that's half of rap is just victimizing yourself then.
Drake.
Because if you don't, like most of rap is like talking about the things that you go through. And a lot of the, and now we're going to get into a conversation of just rap in general. And the reason why a lot of people have artists as their favorite artists is because they can relate to them. The most relatable thing you could ever do is go through hardships.
Drake goes through things in the same way that I think you're right. I think all rappers rap about what they've gone through. But Drake does this thing of there's a YouTube video that I'll try and find and I'll send it to you because I watched it this was like years ago and it kind of changed my opinion on Drake. Where they were like, Drake tries to convince you that he's similar to you and that he has these same girl problems that you have, but then he also constantly belittles you where he'll be like, oh, I don't fuck with niggas that stay at the Hilton. Like he does these things where he's like, I'm infinitely richer than you. My life's actually better than yours, but I also have girl problems too. I can't get with it because Drake's not complaining about shit that like, for me, my biggest beef with Drake has always been your shit's not age appropriate. And I don't need everyone's rap to be age appropriate, but I don't want to hear you being 40 talking about, yeah, I like this girl's picture and she didn't follow back. Right. You're fucking 40.
See, I think you bring up two completely separate issues, right? You bring up one, is it age appropriate? And two, can you be wealthy and still have the same girl problems that someone who is not wealthy have? And with that latter statement, I think you 100% can. I think it doesn't matter how much money you have, whether you're a man or a woman, the opposing sex, and I say opposing like on purpose because it is a battle sometimes. The opposing sex can be trifling.
I think you can have dating problems, sure, and be rich and have similar dating problems to poor people, sure. What I'm saying about it that's disingenuous is Drake pretends that like if you have a problem with a girl, she might just actually not like you. Or like maybe it's like very normal and tangible, like everybody's not gonna like you. When Drake tries to come and goes, hey EJ, I'm just like you, girls, I have the same problems. It's like, you're billionaire Drake. Sure, we may not all have successful outcomes with women, but like you can't make fun of me for staying at the Marriott, but then also be like, but I'm just like you because girls don't treat me the way I want them to.
He's never overtly saying that he's just like us.
He low-key does.
No, he literally never does. He actually makes it a point to let us know that he's very different from us.
I think as an artist, at least I don't want to put it in like numbers, but I think a large portion of your content as an artist has to be relatability, unless you're trying to get famous off of like the hate speech stuff where you're just trying to always troll everybody. I don't think Drake's always trying to troll. I do think when he goes in the studio and makes a love song, I do think someone on his team or himself personally goes, a lot of other people will hear this and go, I've been there.
But, on the actual song though, like, because this song wasn't about love and like girls and dating.
It's about my feelings are hurt because my friends weren't real.
It's about
which I think a lot of people would be able to relate to.
I think he knows that and is leaning into that.
That his homies in the industry sided with Kendrick or were like dancing around to this song about Drake. And I guess my question to y'all, like I can understand that from face value. Like I would be probably hot if y'all were like dancing around about a diss song about me with my op.
And it's like the biggest rap song of all time.
But
and it's calling you a pedophile.
No, it's literally the biggest.
I would,
yeah.
But on the same note,
two very big, big notes in that.
Fucking 5 Grammys.
On the same accord, I would be very careful about who I pick my battles with. And I don't think Drake can be too surprised. Like if they don't have any type of like, let's say LeBron, for example. LeBron fucks with Kendrick.
That's my point.
LeBron fucks with Drake. LeBron, I don't think he really has much stake into this like beef. I don't think he really gives a fuck. I think he's just like there just to be there. I don't think it's that crazy.
So that's what's disingenuous.
No. I think there is nuance that we're missing because, and it's not like we're missing like obtusely, like we just don't have it because we do not know these people in real life. So we have no idea what type of conversations Drake and LeBron have been having up until like the pop. They could have been on the phone every day, for all we know. And then LeBron pops
that
out
would be nuts.
to the pop out.
That could be,
and then like it's tough to judge off of that because you also have like months before the pop out, Drake bringing out LeBron and Bronny. Like after Bronny's like heart issue, right? Mm-hmm. So like in Drake's eyes, he's like,
that happened?
Yeah,
Drake brought out LeBron to a show or something?
Yeah, and Bronny. Like literally right after the heart issue, like he brought them out. So I could see from Drake's point of view, it was like, hey, like I was a real friend to you. I was there for you in your toughest moments. It's the same thing that he said about DeMar DeRozan. Like, hey, you had depression on my couch and I was there for you. So like, why now are you switching up?
Okay, cool. That's my beef with the whole thing, though. That's like, okay, like for example, like you work in accounting, right?
I do work in accounting.
Okay, so you have coworkers, and you might even have coworkers that you're super fly with. I don't feel like as a normal person, you would make the mistake of being like, you're my brother because we sit cubicles next to each other and get along well. You might think we're cool.
They're not coworkers though.
But no, my point, they don't work for the same company in the sense of technically being coworkers.
That's like calling me and you coworkers.
No, because if you work in the same field,
not even the same industry.
They work in the same field and they met each other through the field.
They're in Hollywood.
Yeah, they're entertainers. Athletes and rappers are both entertainers. They don't make money for like they're not doctors where they get paid by heart surgery.
Yeah, we're both laborers.
No, but that's not the same. I'm saying
they literally is the same.
They literally work in the sense that they make money off of their skills of entertaining. So I'm saying like my beef with Drake continually through his music and like his personal actions is Drake does shit that like we would call on a smaller scale like a social disorder. Like, oh, is the nigga autistic or like is he like, I don't understand why he's not understanding the concept of this guy who you know because you're the biggest rapper in the world and he's the biggest basketball player in the world. You thought was really your friend and you're crying about it because he's not. Why did you think he was your friend? Because you rap well?
See,
he doesn't know you.
Again, I think it's just like avoiding the nuance in it where it's like, hey, we do not know these people.
It's not
like so from the outside it could be like, oh yeah, obviously like they're not close, but again, we don't know what their actual like relationship is.
I don't think we're avoiding the nuance. I think we're working with what we have. And if you're famous and you make your money off of like people liking you,
if you were working with what you had, you would say, I don't have enough information to make this conclusion. Instead, you're saying, oh, Drake might be autistic.
Man, no, but I think to say that we all have to like hold judgment isn't fair because it's like people we pre-order albums that we've never heard a song on.
I'm not saying you have to hold judgment. I'm just saying like at least be honest about what the judgment you're giving.
What I'm saying is that if you work in an industry where you need people to feel a certain way about your product to buy it, a lot of times based off the faith of like your previous catalog, if you want us to come to the same conclusion you came to, give us the information to come to that conclusion. Otherwise, if we don't and we come to our own conclusions, I think it's really disingenuous to be like, I know the whole story, I'm going to tell you some of it, and then when you don't feel the same way I feel about it, I'm going to go, well, you don't know all the facts. Give me the facts then.
Wait, real quick.
Okay.
Because I have a really good rebuttal. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about Kendrick calling out Snoop about reposting the Drake song?
I think that's fair only under the context of because if you run around and call yourself,
it's legit the same thing.
No, because if you run around and call yourself Mr. West Coast, if you run around and call yourself like the face of
but that's your coworker. Why are you assuming that you have this close relationship with someone that you work with?
Because if you work at Company X and Company X's slogan is like we're always the fastest, and your coworkers out there going we're actually kind of slow, I don't think you're a bad coworker for going hey you're fucking up the company by running around and saying we're kind of slow. That's not on brand. But you're on brand if you work here.
But you're saying that they're coworkers, right?
They're coworkers. So is
LeBron not fucking up the company by saying, "Hey, this is our biggest earner"? Like you should probably side with the biggest earner.
They're coworkers in the sense that if I'm a GM,
you can't pick and choose when not a coworker is not doing foul coworker shit.
If I'm the GM for the Lakers and you're the GM for the Clippers, and LeBron is out here saying wild shit, and you're out here saying the Lakers suck, and LeBron's out here saying the Lakers suck, I'm gonna go to LeBron and go, "Hey, my nigga, you play for this fucking team. Lock in." I'm not gonna go to the Clippers and go, "Why are you talking shit about the Lakers? We're on different fucking teams."
Yes, if I am the GM of the Clippers, I'm going to LeBron and saying, "Shut the fuck up. The Lakers are the biggest draw. You're fucking up my money because why? We all share profits."
No, but I don't. So you think if LeBron
don't bring up an example and then when I flip it,
I don't think that works though. Because
that's exactly how it works.
If LeBron
that's
goes on,
literally
if
how
LeBron
the
goes
NFL,
out and tweets,
the NBA, the MLB, that's how all of these work.
If LeBron tweets
they
the
need
Lakers
the
suck,
biggest teams to be the most profitable.
If LeBron tweets the Lakers suck, you think the Celtics GM's gonna DM him and go, "Hey, you should take that down"?
I think the Celtics GM might not DM him, but he's gonna be like, "Yo, what the fuck is LeBron doing?"
Oh, I don't think the GM of the Celtics gives a fuck what LeBron tweets about the Lakers. I really don't think he cares.
If he was
I think there would be some concern if
he was
LeBron
devaluing
James,
the fucking Lakers, bro,
I
that
think
just sold for $10
concern.
billion.
LeBron right now is saying he wants to get traded. I don't think
that's not devaluing the Lakers though.
Yes, if LeBron leaves the Lakers, they're getting devalued.
Well,
there's
wait, hold on.
What is he talking about?
How do you think that? Like, so when Tom Brady leaves the Patriots, you think the stock didn't move?
Wait, no, we're not talking. I think there's a difference between publicly disrespecting your team and saying I would like to be traded. I think those are two different things. I think that's completely.
So you think if LeBron says I hate the Lakers organization, you think that like other teams are gonna be like, "Hey, LeBron, you shouldn't say that," or you think they're gonna be like, "Oh, that's Lakers problem"?
I think if LeBron says that, ticket prices go down. If LeBron asks for a trade, ticket prices do not go down.
To answer your question, I'm of the opinion of EJ to where I don't think they're going to be like LeBron, don't do that, but I think they're going to be like, what the fuck is going on with LeBron and the Lakers right now? Like that's an odd thing for LeBron.
How that relates to the Drake thing is, I'm saying I don't have a problem with if Drake goes to one of the other people on his label and goes like, "Hey man, I brought you in. Why are you like publicly saying like bad things about me?" I don't look at Drake as like weird for doing that because I'm like, that's fucking up your money directly, and they're supposed to be on your team, unified front. If Kendrick comes out and says, like, not even Kendrick, that's obvious. If LeBron comes out and goes, "Hey man, I was at the pop out and it was really fun," and LeBron's like, "Oh man, Drake goes, LeBron's out here going to the fucking pop up." I'm like, duh, it's fucking fun. Why do you expect him not to?
But if that's your actual friend.
First of all, I don't think LeBron. I don't know LeBron personally. I don't know Drake personally. I don't know their relationship. I don't know Kendrick personally like that. I don't know any of these niggas. But I'm just going based off of what I've seen from LeBron James. I think LeBron likes rap music a lot, but I also don't think he like gives a fuck about the politics and what's going on. I agree. I think he's locked in on his family and his job, like the NBA, playing basketball and winning championships. I think as far as like who's beefing with what and this, that, I think LeBron sometimes has an airhead mentality when it comes to like, this is just a night out. I'm in LA already. My wife wants to go. This is the hottest thing out. I love rap music. Yeah, I'm gonna pull up to the pop. I don't think it was I don't think it was like a political rap. I don't think it was a statement for LeBron.
So you're saying LeBron is self-concerned?
I don't even think
he is
he's
self-concerned.
I don't even think it's concern. I don't think he's concerned. I think he just looked at it as like literally a casual, like this is a night out.
that's what he
that would be self-concerned.
He's saying
like,
LeBron is focused on himself. He's
like-
not like, oh, how is this going to make all these people feel? He's
Yeah,
like, it sounds
okay,
fun on the go.
sure. I don't think LeBron gave that much thought. Maybe that's to his fault. Maybe he didn't think about how it might hurt Drake's feelings. But I don't think LeBron should give a fuck. I think Drake, if you don't want niggas, you got to be careful who you beefing with. Like, you're beefing with another super popular artist that a lot of other people like as well. So if you if something happens where it doesn't turn your way in a fucking rap battle, yeah, you might see motherfuckers, like, you might see the momentum shift the other way. I'm sorry, I'm gonna wrap up. What I think about this shit, the reason why I think it's a little bit corny for Drake to be this deep into his feelings, so he's dropping multiple songs, especially
About LeBron.
taking shots at LeBron. I look at a rap battle. I always look at a rap battle on some like a purist sense when I was a little kid. Whereas like we're all huddled up, like we're just niggas huddled up in a circle and we're battling. Me and EJ are battling, and it's a bunch. Now, if my homies are in the crowd and EJ's homies in the crowd and EJ gets the best of me, my homies be like, oh shit, might laugh. I might be like, man, fuck y'all niggas, man. Y'all laughing at this niggas.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, nigga, this is black culture. This is rap battle. Nigga, this your homies gonna laugh at other niggas' jokes if it was that good.
I actually hate talking about Drake on the pod now because I get forced into a stance where
You got to defend him.
I have to defend him because like this nigga's
That's me in the West Coast
like,
chat.
Like this nigga's human, bro. Like, he's a human being. People are allowed to have feelings. We're not monolith. Everybody reacts to things differently. Just because historically that might have been the case, that doesn't mean that everybody like treats it
Wait,
the
let me
same way.
respond to this.
There's a lot of people.
you wanna respond?
There's a lot of people in rap battles who do not fuck with their side, like being like, oh, they're like, yo, shut the fuck up, like what are you doing, right? That is a thing in rap battles.
I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying at all. I'm going back to what I said. I think I said it at the beginning. You can do whatever you want. There are consequences. So my thing is, I'm not saying Drake can't make songs and be upset at LeBron because maybe they do have a real friendship that we're just not privy to. That's fine. I don't know about it. I'm a fan. So I can, the same way he's allowed to make the song, I'm allowed to go, I think that was corny that you did that. And I think Drake is okay with me feeling that way because there's billions of people who feel the opposite way. And that's what I'm getting at with Drake at this point in his career is, I think Drake's famous enough to where he's not trying to, like, Drake's not going, how can I make Michael a fan? Or like the people like Michael. I think he's going, fine, fuck them. Stay over there. They'll talk about me and hate me, more numbers. My fans will talk about me and love me, more numbers. And that's all I'm saying is like, he's allowed to do it. I think it's corny. I don't think he gives
Do you think any publicity is good publicity in Drake's eyes? Is that what
He's
you're saying?
rich. We're talking about it on a podcast.
That's a strategy?
I don't think it's a strategy. I think he's just literally like, I don't care about the people who don't like me because the club is bigger than the people outside.
Can I respond?
I also don't care. I think niggas should be allowed to rap about whatever they want, and
I do wanna
if they in
respond.
their feelings, they in their feelings. I personally don't care.
I do want to respond to you because you did make a good point. Like, I get it. Like, he's human. Humans can feel a way about people that they're cool with switching sides or maybe like gassing up some other shit that's dissing them. I think in particularly rap battles, like I the way I look at rap battles is like, this is like a sparring session. We are going to get into the ring. This is like it's literally like a sport. It's a game. Like it's quite literally that. So it's like
Some of the greatest fighters of all time cried after they lost.
Wait, but can I ask a quick?
So I'm removed. I know people cry when they lose games. When I play basketball, I'm playing basketball to have fun and to fucking try to win. And if I lose, I don't internalize it.
different intention
Because
you are a singular human being with your own unique experiences.
But can I ask a question? And both of y'all, I would like for y'all to answer. Where else in life do we extend that like they're just a human, so they can do these things at their job that offend people, and we shouldn't like?
Wait, what did Drake do that offended you?
What I'm saying, like, maybe offend isn't the right word, but like if we were all to leave here and go to like different food spots, like drive through whatever, and we were to get there, and the person who let's say you go to Chick-fil-A and you order a chicken sandwich, if the nigga throws your food in your car and like doesn't say my pleasure, it's like, well, he's human. He's having a bad day. But we wouldn't go, oh, that's fine. We go, no, fuck that. You're at work. Clock in.
I hate when niggas use like the most hyperbolic, like fucking
doesn't-
hypothetical.
That wasn't a bad example.
No,
Okay,
it is because
well, look,
it would
fine, I'll
never
change it.
happen.
I'll change it.
That's
No,
why it's a bad
it
example.
literally-
because it would never happen.
It literally does
When have
happen
you
that
ever-
fast food
when
drivers
Have you
get-
ever been to Chick-fil-A and they didn't say my pleasure?
I worked at Chick-fil-A for 2 years, and
you threw
everyone.
chicken sandwiches at niggas.
No, but I'm saying like,
What?
okay, remove it from being that dramatic.
They don't
Have
say
you
my pleasure after one name.
remove it? Have you ever gone anywhere where you were working with an employee and they did not give you the best customer service?
yes,
So
of
that's my
course.
point. Is like
I always extend the grace of they probably having a bad day. Like,
Okay.
I don't know these people.
I'm not saying that everybody behaves this way, but I'm saying like when I go somewhere and I'm paying for something, if they're having a bad day and that fucks up my service, I don't just go, that's cool. Maybe somebody does, but I'm saying I don't see us going like, hey, that judge who just gave somebody like a longer sentence than they should have, well, he's having a bad day. Hey, that person who delivered your mail, threw it and it broke, well, he's having a bad, like, we don't do that for other people. We go, no, you fucked up. I'm paying you. I expect you to behave a certain way. I'm not saying Drake can't have emotions, but I just hate when like an artist or like a famous person or whatever, like
Shows
an athlete,
emotions.
not shows emotions, but it's like it'll be like a guy doesn't play for a bowl game in college. People are like, oh, well, he's a person too. That's fine. I paid for these tickets. They told me he'd be there. His face is on the fucking ticket. He's not playing. I'm upset.
But isn't music, and specifically music, very uniquely tied together with having emotions?
I'm not saying that you can't have them. Like, going back to what I was saying earlier, you can do whatever you want, but I get tired of hearing artists go, oh, my fans don't like that I did X, Y, and Z, and that's not fair because I'm an artist. No, it's fair. They're allowed to not like it just like you were allowed to try it. Everybody's allowed to do whatever.
But you're moving the conversation. It's not about, the conversation wasn't about fans, right? It was about a perceived friend, right? A perceived friend.
Well, he's talking about it on music. Once you put it on music, I know, like, me and James have had this debate. I think we've had it too about, like, for me, once an artist puts it on a song and tries to sell me that song, whether he goes, oh, I don't care about the fans or not, you care because you put it out here to sell it to me.
Well, he's not selling any of this music, actually.
Isn't it a teaser for the Iceman album?
Yes,
But who knows if it's gonna be on the project?
that's still selling. That's still selling. It's still marketing though.
But
in
it's
some-
not selling. Like, if I'm giving it to you for free, bro.
It's advertising.
Like you guys can,
EJ.
you could easily press play on this.
But EJ,
like,
it's
That's
advertising.
still selling.
Advertising and selling are two different things,
This is
right?
a- this is a-
but if you're talking about that commodification of music, like, hey, like being able to put out a mixtape that's not selling. That's, hey, I made this. I just want y'all to hear it.
Cool.
I'm gonna give this to you for free.
EJ,
That's not selling something.
Advertising.
That's just, hey, these are my emotions. I need to get this off my chest. I'm gonna put this out into the world.
Okay.
Here, this is my.
He's
creative-
not- he's not wrong, because-
Advertising is not quite. Okay, advertising isn't literally making a transaction. Selling can be, like, for me, the word selling can be a broad term for me that includes.
are using the colloquial term.
No, you're not wrong in the sense that, like, capitalism.
The whole music video is this Iceman. The music video is he's working in a fucking ice factory or some shit like that. This is a promotion for the ice. So he's selling to me. He's promoting. This is a part of selling.
But
He's promoting.
EJ's not wrong in the sense that, like, advertising is not the same as selling, but, like, in capitalistic, like, the way our brains have been, like, set up to believe, usually when somebody's telling you about something, they're also trying to get you to buy it. That doesn't mean that by telling you about it, they're trying to get you to buy it inherently. Like,
It's the Clips argument all over again.
yeah, like, the two things usually go together, but that doesn't mean that they're the same
So
thing.
if he has an album called Iceman coming out, and this music video is him being around nothing but fucking ice and an ice machine, an ice fucking company, this is clearly a promotion for his album Iceman.
No, but I'm saying just because it works it's like with peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, usually it's both ingredients, but if I tell you I'm making a sandwich with bread and jelly, that I didn't tell you the peanut butter was there, you're just assuming. Sure, it might be for the album. You can't buy it. You can't buy the song, right? It's free.
You can't buy it anywhere. But also, I want to actually, like, progress this conversation a little bit more into more than just Drake, because I think there's a good topic.
segue.
It's a good topic in regards to, like, what are you allowed to feel a type of way about as an artist and actually put it in your music without because
Wait, without what? Without that's important. Without what?
without pushback from people that aren't in the situation. Like, hey, I'm talking about me and this other person in this, and how they made me feel, or what they did to make me feel a type of way. Like, I don't think other people should not necessarily have like opinions on it. Obviously, you can have an opinion on it
You put it out there in public.
because
Publish it.
it's public. But you can't say I can't do it.
I think it's
Essentially, because I want to put an example with it too. Talking about the clips where like Pusha T went out and said the shit about Travis. Like, should he have? It's the same way Drake said the shit about LeBron. Why can't Drake do that, but Pusha T can?
Can I give you a hot take, like actual rare criticism about Pusha T about that shit?
Is it gonna? Wait, are you answering it or you're pivoting?
I think what Pusha T did was a little like I think that was a little over, like that was too much.
See, I think he should be allowed to do that because Travis did something that made him feel a type of way, and a lot of times that's the only way to like get those emotions
what
out.
Pusha T rapped about Travis was unrelated to what Pusha T was mad about. Which Pusha T was mad about towards Travis about the way Travis plays both sides.
But that's
what Pusha T did.
That's not the same.
Was allude to his girl.
That's not the same.
Was hoeing around.
But
what the fuck did that have to do? I think Push was a little bit like that. I think that was a little bit excessive in my opinion.
To answer your question, where's that line at? Basically, that's what you're asking,
Yeah.
right? I think the line is where you can afford for it to be. So if you can pay your bills and make, like for Drake can put out whatever the fuck he wants. I might not listen to it if it's about certain topics, but he can put out whatever the fuck he wants. He can also afford for me to take songs off and him still be as rich as he is. So he can do whatever the fuck he wants. Now, if Drake was struggling to pay his bills and the numbers were coming back and it's like, hey, Drake, when you talk about how you feel, those albums don't sell and now your rent's due and you can't afford it, then it's like, well, the line just told you need to make music that people are buying. Drake's doing fine regardless. We can make whatever the fuck he wants because his bills are paid. I think that's where the line is how much money do you want to make out of this? It's like in any profession, if you were like a doctor and you're like, hey, I want to dye my hair neon green, you can do that. Somebody's going to sit you down and go, well, you'd make this much more if you were more conventionally like presenting. But if you don't want to do that, if you're cool with leaving that money on the table, then keep your hair green.
Can I get one more
simple.
point off on this topic and I'll be done? I think
we can move on to hot takes after this.
I think this I've been saying this for a long time. And granted, it's my fault because I did bring up this topic first, so I'm actually contradicting myself a little bit. I think we should just stop. I think it's a criticism towards fans rather than Drake. I think we should just not give a fuck of that much about what hurts Drake's feelings or not.
I think hip hop dies if
Because
we stop giving a fuck about how artists feel.
No, hold on. Let me explain. I actually remember debating with you, EJ, on this very podcast about this one thing I'm about to reference. When Drake got booed at Tyler the Creator's concert, it was like niggas was acting like Drake was a victim to like a victim to like sexual assault or something. Like he got really violated. He was so and it's like cool.
That was crazy.
Cool, maybe that's rude. Like you shouldn't just. But it's like this nigga like that comes with the territory of performing arts. When you're performing art in front of people, that comes with the fucking territory.
But music has been based like. Well, fuck music.
Hold on, let's finish my point. I think that shit, like that specific topic, was just overblown. Like it's just like, okay, Drake got booed. Who gives a fuck?
Well, this goes back to the beginning of the episode when I said some people are empathetic and some people aren't. But let's go into hot takes